Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi.
Hey, everyone, we're back. You didn't think we were going to be back this quickly, but we are. We didn't think we were going to be back this quickly, but we got it done for you because Brenton's heading off to some fucking luxurious vacation that he uses all the money that he wins gambling, not playing fantasy. I mean, he plays daily fantasy, not gambling on the way we do, point spreads and things like that. He takes all that money that he hoards and together for himself, and he takes these lavish vacations with his family. Where are you off to now, Brenton?
We're heading to Oahu.
Probably the closest island that it doesn't look tasteless, right? Am I right? Was that your
We discussed this. We made the trip plans in February, Steve. We didn't just go on Expedia and go, Lucas, look at this, we got deals.
Can you pull up the video? I'm sure you've seen it of the woman who's like, I can't believe people are swimming in the water that our people died in. You don't see us swimming in the water.
My parents have never been, and we made these plans at the start of the year. We've been talking about it forever.
Just in case you're wondering, it's 10 a.m. local time in New York, 7 a.m. local time in LA, where both Brenton and Lucas are. And they got up super early to do this podcast because we all kowtow to Brenton's luxurious whirlwind adventures. So, he wanted to impart his wisdom upon us before he left to go swim in the seas of Hawaii.
It's an ocean.
Look, dude, I got to be honest with you. I went on vacation for a couple of days with Tracy alone. The last couple of days, we were in Montauk, New York, which was beautiful. I hadn't been there since I was in high school. There's a big lighthouse out there. It's the easternmost seaboard of America. And we went out there. We went to the beach for a day, and I got sizzled. I literally got sizzled.
I don't
know if you saw my Instagram.
Yeah, you look like a lobster.
You want to see? All right. By the way, this shirt's great. Sex, drugs, and lobster rolls. Ready? But here we go. You ready for this?
Big reveal. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
Sorry for the people listening, but just go to Instagram to my wife's stories or to my stories. I think the pictures are still there. You know what happened was we got out there, no umbrellas. It's two parents. Usually I have to bring everything to the beach, but I'm like, let's be easy. My wife's, Mediterranean, so she gets brown. So we're out there. It's 9:30 in the morning. She's got a cup of coffee. I got a little breakfast. We're eating. Before you know it, it's 11. We pop open the rosé. It's overcast. People had sweatshirts on. Right now, I'm getting a little warm. I jump in the water. I get out. I don't want to put the shirt back on. I got to show off what I've been working on here. So sun's out, guns out, but the sun wasn't really out. Next thing you know, a couple bottles of rosé later, I'm like, woo, woo, woo. I'm laughing. We're having fun. Then we were like, let's go to the pool to our hotel. At 3, we go to the hotel room. I take my shirt. I was like, ow. Then when you go I went into the pool water and I was like, yeah. And then the shower that night was intensely uncomfortable.
So you went,
but I've had some
no sunblock whatsoever because of the cloud
zero
cover. Yeah, so Cassie is super strict on sunblock, and she would tell you the clouds.
So's my wife. She literally had it. She had it with. She goes, spray it on you. But I was day drunk, and we were laughing and telling story. It was like, what fucking nerds could have stopped to be like, I gotta put my sunscreen on?
My wife.
How sexy is that? That's not my wife's Mediterranean. I'm trying to keep up. She's fucking hot. People are looking at her. I don't want to be like, hey, can you stop that convo for a sec while I spritz myself? I know I'm supposed to. I know it's a smart thing to do. But, I'm not that smart. So that's it. But we had a fucking blast. And we went in the ocean water. We went into the Atlantic Ocean, the other side of the world, or at least our continent, because I have class. I have taste. I'm not going to go immerse my body into the waters that people were trying to douse the flames of their fucking scoldering skin out on, Brenton.
Steve,
But
those
you, for
people
some
just
reason,
died on the submarine heading for the Titanic in the Atlantic.
Lucas, did you get to
pretty
pull up that?
tasteless.
Do you know that video I was talking about now?
I have the headline, but I don't have.
Oh, okay. It's this
I see what
beautiful
you're talking about.
Samoan woman just being like, "Yeah, you don't see us going in the water right now."
Is the water okay to go in? I mean, that's a dumb question to ask.
We're not going to Maui.
I'm sure Brenton will have it tested before him and his family gets into it.
We're not going there.
Guys. Yeah, but it's an island, Brenton. It's all like that's being like, hey, I'm not going to the. It's water. It moves, bro. It moves. You're gonna. I mean, it's. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not here to judge anyone.
So we should deprive the other islands of tourist dollars?
I think
this is how they make their living. This is how they survive.
Can I ask you a question? Did you call the hotel? What's the climate at the hotel? It's the climate like, hey, we completely understand and we are very sensitive to the issues going on Maui, like separating themselves from like, that's them, this is us, please come here and spend money. Or is it like, what is it like? Just tell me.
I didn't call the hotel, but I did get a call from a restaurant we made a reservation at tomorrow night, and she could not. Aloha, we're so excited to have you. Just want to confirm.
They were like, look, we had to move you to the back room because we're having a fundraiser to feed the island that is melted off the fucking planet Earth in the front room. So we're going to have to move your reservation, Mr. Brenton.
She was very chipper and very excited to host us.
Okay. So the climate is still welcoming, friendly, aloha spirit.
Yes.
Over on, and which island you say you were going? I mean,
Oahu.
That's the one with Honolulu, right?
Yes. That's
the big tourist one. That's the one that you'll see reporters coming in and out of, probably, if they can't get direct flights into Maui. You'll see like Wolf Blitzer there, and fucking whoever else does the fucking news. Wolf Blitzer's the only one I know.
I'll let him know you said hi.
Yeah, Storm Daniels or whatever, Stormy Daniels, the weatherman. Gabe Gutierrez. So yeah, it was shocking to me when you said I want to do a podcast before I head out to my Hawaiian vacation. I mean, I don't mean to start off on the wrong foot.
I thought it was clear that I was going on the last episode.
Well, you said you were like trying to rebook and things were up in the air. I honestly thought you were like, we're going to table it to like October or something like that. When I mean, I hate to say it, when the dust settles. But time is money with you, Brenton. You've got fantasy, you've got football to do. I mean, we have to take our.
I can't wait till October. I can't go during football season.
No, that's the prime of it. So yeah, I'm like a man on a mission. You will swoop your family up and bring them to paradise. It is paradise. I've been to all the islands, and they are definitely. This is not like you're like, dude, you can go anywhere. Like Hawaii's once in a lifetime, beautiful. Not for you, obviously, but you've been multiple times. But it is something you should definitely see before you die. Like the people did in Maui. So enjoy that vacation, Brenton. I'm sure the listeners won't bother you. They definitely should not bother. You know what, guys? Here's what I don't want. I don't want you guys to ruin Brenton's vacation by flooding his inbox with horrific pictures of what's going on in Maui. That's what I don't want to happen. Okay? I'm being serious, listeners. Please, if you've enjoyed this podcast at all, you'll respect my wishes and not completely inundate Brenton's inbox with the atrocities that are happening miles from where he's vacationing and in the waters that he's currently presently immersing himself in.
The way the water flows, we're upwind. Okay. But I will say to the listeners, shout out to them because they did flood my inbox with requests to join the league. And I'm sorry if I haven't responded to you yet, but it filled out very, very quickly. And I went in order of how they were received. So if you didn't get in, I'm sorry. You weren't fast enough. And to those that did get in, we're going to do that Wednesday, September 6th, time to be determined. That will be the draft episode.
Wednesday, the what, 30th?
September 6th.
Oh, September 6th, the Wednesday after. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. Like, we should do a better way than just I didn't get there in time.
Well,
right?
Unless you want to start multiple leagues, we have enough people. We could start several leagues.
Well, how many people were in there?
I don't know. At least enough to do 3,
like,
I think.
Is it over 20 or 30 people?
It's probably somewhere between 20 and 30.
20 and 30 people. Okay. That's too many for one league, and I don't want to do multiple leagues. It wouldn't be fun. But I just feel like the people that we should have like a better chance to, like, I like the idea of like, okay, well, now step one, or those 20 people are now in it. You are in the running, but now you have 1 week till our next. Well, you're not going to be back till, I mean, God only knows, Brenton.
And now I'm going to have to sift through people sending me charred bodies with people that actually.
Well, this could be your penance, dude. This is your punishment.
For what? What did I do?
Here's what I want all 20 of those people to do. Send a 1-minute video on your feelings about Brenton vacationing in Hawaii. I don't care if you're pro or con, and have a little bit of evidence, and send those to Brenton, all 20 videos, please. And if you don't send a video, you're not in the league, okay? We want to see what you look like, and I want to hear you talk.
Okay,
that's the next step.
I apologize to everyone who I already told you're in the league. You're no longer in the league.
No, you're not in the league. I'm telling you, I vetoed that. As champion, hold on.
So this
is
not on me.
Fucking champion.
This is not on me.
Of the shit. I'm saying that this is what I want. I want everyone, all those 20, every one of those people has a fucking iPhone, dude. Okay? Everyone knows how to do it. You've all sent dick pics before. Trust me, I know. And I maybe Cena's in this too. Is Cena in it?
She did message, but she was not one of the first to message.
Oh, fuck you, Brenton. Cena gets a chance to be in. I mean, are you out of your fucking mind? It's idiot. This is what happens when you let idiots run things. Listen to me, everyone.
I asked you what you wanted to do. We did it exactly the way you wanted to do a week ago. I can't help that. You get a little sun in your body, and it makes you angry, and the Irish comes out. You want to change everything.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm level-headed. You're emotional. You know why you're emotional, because you're fucking with the devil, dude. You're fucking with the devil, going to the devil's waters. You literally look like the devil. Dead bodies. Well, perhaps maybe I'm you know, some sort of what is that called when you see something and you like your vision of what's going to happen to you, dude. You're going to hell. All right.
For taking my parents on a vacation.
They're not. They're good people. They don't know what they're being brought into. They're gonna, you know.
Come on.
You're probably sweet talk, but Brenton, I see the news every day. Brenton, it says it's terrible out there. We shouldn't go. You're like, Mom, Dad, shut up.
Terrible.
I live in the big city. I know fucking what the people are talking about. Get on the plane. Anyway, the 20 people that have asked to be in this league, you know who you are. Okay. All I ask, a 1 minute. What, it doesn't have to be a minute. A video of you and your thoughts on Brenton going to Hawaii during the atrocities of what's going on. Okay, that's all I want. All right, and based on those videos, we will decide who's going to be in the league. We will announce it. Brenton will announce it. And this is his penance for going on vacation during a time of need. So you have homework to do, Brenton, while you're sipping margaritas in the beach of horrors.
Well, it'll be
all right,
ties, but yes.
Yeah, great. And Cena's in. I'm making that executive decision, so that's it. Because first of all,
that'll make her very happy.
Are literally our only female fan.
Yeah, well, I'll pull up her message.
Yeah, the only reason that we are not like probably like disgustingly banned off the internet is because Cena is our only female listener.
We almost got banned off YouTube last week. Apparently that the footage that we used from the fight, that was copyrighted footage.
I can't take this, man. This is why I don't like this new world.
Cena wrote, "Hi, Brenton. I would like to be in the podcast league again this year. I think you said to give you reasons why I should be considered. 1, I'm a loyal podcast listener. 2, I'm a Patreon member. And 3, you need at least one woman in the league."
Yeah, she's hello. Do you know what? That's the most sense I've heard on this podcast in 3 years. Succinctly understanding and every point is perfectly made. Cena, you're in.
Well, yeah.
And,
We can
by
give
the
her
way,
a little bit of joy
and you don't even
playing
have
in
to
the
make a
league.
video,
The
Cena.
Raiders aren't going to do shit this year, so it's going to be a rough one for her.
You don't even have to make a video, Cena. If you don't want, if you want to, we'd love to see a video, but you don't have to because I know whose side she'd be on. She's on the side of decency, my side. Anyway,
I've done nothing wrong.
I also feel a little bit because I'm in a time rush today too. I feel a little hijacked because you're like, I really want to get this podcast in, and I love doing it with you guys too. And this is a time of year where there's a lot to talk about, but I feel like you had a specific agenda as to really getting your message across as to how happy you are with the Bills situation. Honestly, between a baseball tournament and my little love getaway with my wife, I don't really know what the fuck's gone on with Buffalo that makes them that much better than the last time we talked 6 days ago. So explain to me the urgency and the need for this fucking podcast. Please, Brenton, what are you so happy about?
Two things. One, Damar Hamlin went out there and played with reckless abandon, like nothing had ever happened. That was really, really nice to see. And the team overall looked very good without Allen and Diggs and a few other guys playing. The defense looked great. Offense looked great. Matt Barkley had a game. So they're looking very sharp early on, and McDermott calling the plays on defense doesn't seem to be really affecting much negatively. And then two, Dalvin Cook went to the Jets and not the Dolphins. So that makes Buffalo, gives them a little bit of an edge that I was worried that Miami would get if they got another weapon.
But you're not worried about the Jets getting them?
Not at all. No. Especially after watching episode 2 of Hard Knocks. Like that team is a mess and no one sees it.
Okay, I actually did get a chance to watch the second episode of Hard Knocks, believe it or not, in the 8 hours that it's since it started. But what makes you believe? Like, why? I mean, the mess came during the practice with Carolina, but it looked like during the game that everything seemed to be clicked pretty well. I mean, obviously, it's one-sided. I didn't watch the game, but the defense looked pretty good. They shut them out.
Yeah, the defense is going to be a very good defense. The offense, we'll see. I really think that offensive line is going to have issues.
Well, so does Robert Saleh. I think he's very plain spoken, which I agree with. He's like, we are as good as you guys are. Last year, we were a team with a very good defense and a mediocre offense.
Mm-hmm. But all they've done to correct that is they've brought in all these names, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they all fit together. You bring in Lazard and Mecole and Cobb, and you still have Corey Davis and Garrett Wilson. Signing Dalvin Cook was so dumb considering Breece Hall gets activated off PUP like literally hours after they sign him. So you didn't need him. You could have taken that money. You could have gotten some depth on your offensive line and protect Rodgers, because I'm telling you, the Bills have an above average
quality offensive linemen now, Brenton.
But
there's none out there.
You could.
It's what's falling off the scrap
that
pile.
Money, and you should have done that months ago.
What are you going to sign? 4 low-level offensive linemen that you don't need, you can't keep on a roster, or spend $8 million and go get a running back? You need 2 running backs to win a Super Bowl.
You don't need 2 running backs to win a Super Bowl. Not in this day and age. You really don't.
You need to. Well, I mean, not to win the game, the actual Super Bowl game.
Steve,
but to get there, you do.
3 running backs.
To get there, you do.
They have Breece Hall, who's a 3-down back. They had Carter, who's a great 3rd-down back. And then they had that rookie that they drafted that when Breece went down, he looked great. So they have 3 running backs that are all capable of playing their roles. My concern with this team is Aaron Rodgers is 40. He's not as fast in the pocket. He's got to play some good defenses the first few weeks of the season. He's going to take some hits. And it seems like we all forget so quickly because he changed from Green Bay to New York that when things go wrong for this guy, he pouts and he breaks down and he has those games where they lose by 40. And that's happened every year for several years in a row. And he's going to take 1 too many hits and he's going to be out. And then what? We got all these expensive pieces on offense and Zach Wilson's going to be the guy filtering the ball to them. That team has, it's a very thin line where a lot of people have to do more than what they're capable of to keep Rodgers happy and to keep him healthy. And I just don't see it happening.
I don't think it's all doomsday for them. I think that a step in the right direction is understanding and addressing what the problem is. I think with all eyes on that, they're hypersensitive to it. They obviously know what the weak link is and how, he said, he goes, we only go as far as our offensive line takes. So I believe that knowing that and all eyes being on that, people will be, they're not going to be defensive when it comes to correcting things. They're going to be proactive. They're going to be making sure, hey, I just don't like the way that this guy is working on that side. So they're going to find people to move around. They're going to be, Aaron Rodgers isn't someone to keep his feelings inside. So when he's unhappy, he's going to talk to Nathaniel. Hey, this is not working out. They're going to be able to fix it. It's not like you got a rookie quarterback and now we got to try to figure out how to protect it. He doesn't really know how to be protected. Aaron Rodgers knows what he needs to get certain throws off. And it's not absolute domination the entire time. It's just specific coverage and protection in situations. So I'm not like as obviously worried. I'm not worried at all. It's going to be interesting to watch. I think the weapons are there. I think getting Dalvin Cook is, it's why not? Why not they're going for it.
Because you're just throwing darts at a board. You don't need him. You could have addressed other positions and you could have done other things.
It's the best dart to throw, what are you going to, it's Ezekiel Elliott. What do you want? It's like, if you're going to go, get the best dart out there.
Zeke would have made more sense based on what they already have.
Maybe, but not really, dude. Not really. Dalvin Cook's the best running back out there. And so you got to go with the best option that's out there.
And Breece obviously could have been one of the best running backs this season.
And he might still be, dude.
Not splitting carries.
Bro, you know how this is. He get hurt in one game and the rest of your season is over.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Dalvin Cook has the chronic shoulder issue, so he could be out week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, whatever. I don't know. I'm not seeing it with this team.
Well,
and yes, they upgraded a quarterback and they've upgraded at certain positions, but they're still chasing the Bills and the Dolphins in that division.
Okay. I mean, I'd be worried. I'd be worried. It doesn't look as much of a mess as I thought it was going to look.
Lucas, are you worried?
Not too worried.
I mean, they got coaches talking about peeing on kids' toys. What the fuck is going on with this team?
Yeah, even the guy's like, I don't want to pee on the toys. Those are the kids. And he's like, you're peeing on kids' toys.
What
Dad.
The fuck?
Pee in the corner. I mean, I think that guy started one of those classic situations where he starts to say something and he doesn't really know what he's going to end it with. Words just keep falling out of his mouth.
Yeah, well, and so does a lawsuit. The farther down that rabbit hole you go.
Oh, can we just quickly? Lucas, this is a spoiler. The hypnotist guy. What was that? The mind mentalist guy? What do they call that? This is the new thing on Hard Knocks. Remember the comedian that homeboy Campbell brought in last year? Well, then this episode, Saleh brings in, I guess he's called a mentalist.
Mentalist, yeah. And
it's basically mental magic tricks that were pretty fucking insanely cool. And he worked them with some of the smaller players first, and of course the big one at the end was with Aaron Rodgers, whose mind was blown by it. But yeah, it's like a 10-minute commercial. I hope that guy gets. I'm sure he will. That was pretty fucking cool.
Think that we saw completely uncut footage of his performance, or do you think there were like 4 or 5 tricks that just fell flat? And
no. I don't think any tricks fell flat.
Okay.
I think he probably goes for a half hour. But I mean, do you want to watch a guy? I mean, it was interesting for 5 minutes, but I didn't really need to go live. What really fell flat, if you want to talk about it, and you could tell that they wanted more out of that than they got, was the rookie talent show, which apparently, it was either poorly cut together or that was the best version of editing that you could possibly get out of that's your biggest concern, is that your rookies have absolutely no personality.
Yeah, I rewound and I watched it twice. I still don't understand what it was.
It was a game that they created that the guys had to follow along with on their phones, a trivia game. That was so stupid. I don't know what the beginning thing was. There was some sort of dance thing. I thought they were like the Jabberwockies. I don't know what was going to happen there. And then it was bad. It was all like, I guess CJ Mosley's like, fuck it, dude. You guys suck. We're running it back next week. And I'm like, I don't know. Was that like planned to have it like, so that they can do it again next week? But it was really like, that was terrible.
It wasn't planned. But yeah, looking back to last season with Aiden Hutchinson singing and the whole team going crazy and coming together, I'm not seeing that with the Jets. I'm seeing fist fights and I'm seeing sloppiness and people peeing on things and Aaron Rodgers kicking obese men in the dick because they were eating too many Pop-Tarts.
Dude, that's funny. He's funny. He's funny, dude. You can't like say he's not funny.
I'm not saying he's not. Yeah. This is definitely his kind of reputation was always like, oh, well, his family doesn't even talk to him. He's kind of a D-bag. This is definitely making him look like a decent dude and a cool dude to hang out with. So it's doing wonders for him. And I'm glad that the second episode wasn't just completely hyper-focused on him. Like we got to cut away from Aaron Rodgers for 3 seconds to watch a guy get a nose piercing.
Yeah. That was cool and scary.
Yeah.
I had to turn away. Not scary, but like I had to turn away. I didn't like seeing the needle go in. I didn't like it at all. And then I'm like, dude, how do you like play with a nose ring the next day? But he did it. Pretty tough guy. I would have been crying so badly when they pierced my nose and ears.
Yeah.
They were like, what else do you want to get pierced? I'm like, please stop with that. Imagine he just took his dick out and was like right through the head. I'd be like, all right, HBO. The Giants look all right. I watched a little bit of the game on Friday. Defense looked pretty good. So I was happy with that. Even though they lost, the defense had a couple picks. I was good with it. And again, nobody got hurt. No one is coming out with limping and injuries and all that stuff. Yep. Someone big got hurt this week. Who was that? I forget.
A few people got carted off the field. You got the Terrace Marshall for the Panthers, who could have been their wide receiver one. You've got Justin Ross, who's receiver depth for Kansas City. I mean, those were the two that stuck out fantasy-wise for me. But
everyone played this weekend. Every team. Did anyone like? There was Justin Fields really impressed the shit out of me. I mean, he only had 2 passes, and none of them were over the line of
scrimmage. Justin Fields. Yes, I think he has a chance to really make a step up and become a very good quarterback this year. But let's not go crazy over 2 swing passes that the receiver and the running back took 50 plus yards to the house. His if you just look at his stat box, 3 for 3, and I think it was like 152 yards or whatever and 2 touchdowns. Like they were short passes that traveled 3 yards, and then DJ Moore did the rest. So he looked good, and that's good. But let's keep in mind the context of those touchdowns before we anoint him.
I get it. And who Mahomes played? Josh Allen didn't play, right?
Josh Allen didn't play. But Matt Barkley did, and Matt Barkley.
Anthony Richardson played against you guys, and he was named the starter, right? Didn't he score a touchdown?
No, he threw a pick on the first drive.
Got it.
I mean, I listened to the Colts coach's reasoning, and he's like, we've had all this quarterback, change, and we've brought in all these veterans year after year, and there's no stability, so we're just gonna throw this guy out there and try to make this happen. So we'll see. I mean, Richardson has all the raw talent in the world, but he is definitely not polished, and he didn't look super sharp against Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, he's a freak of an athlete.
Yeah.
And he's got...
In 2 years, he could be like the guy.
Why do you think... I mean, like, you got all 3 guys. You got Bryce Young's going to start for Carolina. Richardson's going to start for Indy. Who's the other big guy that was drafted?
CJ Stroud for Houston.
CJ Stroud in Houston. Is he going to start? Or
I don't know if they officially did. They officially name him starter?
No, but I assume he will.
He was Davis Mills is the other guy.
He's got to beat Case Keenum out.
Case Keenum, okay.
Yeah. Which did you watch? CJ Stroud against the Patriots?
He looked pretty
No,
good.
but I did watch the end of the Patriots game when they had brought in that guy, their third string quarterback, the Patriots. What was that kid's name? Hardaway or something like that, or but he looked crafty, dude. He looked fucking. He was in the pot. He looked a little bit like Vince Young, like able to throw, but also moving around the pocket a decent amount and looking to run. It was good. I can't remember the kid's name, but yeah, that's the only thing I didn't watch the beginning of that game of the was it Houston and New England?
Yeah, New England. Yeah, I mean Stroud looked a little rough. He's going up against Bill Belichick in his first start.
Yeah.
I thought he looked okay. He's gonna be what he is. I think of those three guys, he'll probably have the best overall season. He's got a good team around him. Houston's not what Houston has been.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I worry about Brenton's Broncos pick after watching them a couple nights ago.
Oh, really? Did they
look Russell Wilson against the Cardinals?
Sutton got hurt too. I wouldn't worry about preseason. The Broncos go ahead.
I thought all I saw was that they're back. They were clicking. I saw Russell Wilson cheering and shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about one preseason game because I've had a few people reach out and tell me that I'm crazy and the Broncos look like shit. And go ahead and bet against them, please. Don't pick any Broncos in our fantasy league.
They kept Wilson in for like a long time, right?
Well, he's learning a new system. So let's get it out of the way this week and maybe, they back end it where the third preseason game he doesn't really play much. But they're going to be good. They're a very good football team. Don't worry about the Broncos.
If they weren't so bad last year, that he would not be playing in the preseason.
Very true. But he's learning a new system. And I think, Sean Payton's a no bullshit guy. You get out there and let's get this down. And I want to win a Super Bowl. This is the goal. We're not pussyfooting around anything. Just go.
Yeah, no, I get it. I thought they looked good. I thought I'd heard they looked good. So.
And Javonte Williams somehow is already back. He's going to play this. I don't know if they play Saturday or Sunday, but he's playing this weekend, which is crazy. The guy had his knee completely redone, and it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, that's it now. Because these guys are going to lose their jobs.
But apparently he looks great. So I'm all for it. I like them as a dark horse.
Yeah, it was good to see a lot of some of the starters playing this weekend, like Mahomes, which I was surprised he played a decent amount. So yeah, I was usually it's like just sit him, maybe the last game half, or the second to last game. Yeah, I think the AFC is going to be so fucking good. Did the Bengals play this weekend?
Everybody played.
Who'd they play?
I didn't watch that game yet.
Without Burrow, it's like, what? I mean,
well, you're getting to see what they look like without Burrow, but Burrow's going to be back week 1.
All right, if you think so.
Yeah, he for sure will.
Okay, Dr. fucking Biddlecombe.
That's from the coach. They lost to Green Bay 36-19.
And Love, I assume, play or no?
Let's see. Player stats. Packers. Jordan Love went 7 for 10 for 46 and a touchdown.
Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Well, I guess week fake 1 is in the books. I'm glad you're happy, Brenton. I'm glad you're happy. But just, again, pace yourself. It's a fucking long, long season, especially in the division and conference that you're in. Right? Right, buddy?
Yeah, but I'm not out here waving a flag saying that we're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just happy the football's back. I know they're in a very tough division. I've said several times, I think Miami on paper is a better team right now. And that's why I'm so happy they didn't get Dalvin Cook.
Well, I'm happy you're happy. And that's all I care. Your happiness is my ultimate, that's all I want in life.
my ultimate goal. So
I'm gonna have Jake cut out the first half of the podcast, and we're just gonna
No.
start here.
no, I'm ending it right now. I'm ending the podcast. I have to go to the bathroom and I have errands to run. So it was a quick hitter. I just wanted to let everyone know about how Brenton felt about the Bills, how excited he is, and his choices that he's made in life about to visit places of atrocity.
I'm gonna show you. I bought the tickets. We made reservations back in January and February. We've been planning this.
I get it. 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 Just, have that same, like when you're going in for your luau, when the dancers are in the back crying, you'll know why. Like before they come out to do their luau dance and they're in the back consoling each other. Maybe you'll understand that. But again, aloha, and just enjoy yourself, dude. Enjoy that Hawaiian life, the aloha spirit, and and the water. Enjoy it. That's it for this week. There you go. That's it for this week. Everyone, remember to send your videos to Brenton, please. To the 20 people that want, or whoever said that they want to be in the league, if you've expressed you want to be in this league, send a video as to why Brenton is either right or wrong. It's up to you. There are no right or wrong opinions on this, obviously.
And then how are we selecting them? Are you selecting them? Because I'm just going to pick everyone who says I'm right, because I did nothing wrong.
No. I want to see these videos before we choose. Okay. And that's how we're going to go about it. And also, if you just want to send a video or like an article or pictures to Brenton about, what's happening in maybe the other islands. Like while you're on Oahu, here's what's happening in, I don't know, Maui. So feel free at BB Bill Combs or whatever it is on Instagram. And you're on X now too, right? I assume still on X?
Still on X.
Still Xing it? Okay, perfect.
And
all right, guys.
TikTok.
That's it for this week. We love you, and aloha to everyone.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy